Oh, who is ready to go racing? We're back! It's been so long. I took a little hiatus, a little break. In the winter months here, been training, getting ready for the racing season. And it's time to go, baby! I am at the first round of the D4 Enduro Championship Series, Arcadia Barkbusters, up in Fulton, New York. And this is a sprint Enduro. Basically, go as fast as you can, sprint it out through each test, add up all your times together, and whoever is the fastest wins. So there's 3 different courses, 3 tests, and we do 3 laps on the first and second test and 2 laps on the third test. So that means there'll be 8 different times that get all added up for your final time. Ooh, I'm charged right off the bat here. It's been a little bit since I've been on the bike. I've done about an hour of riding this year, since October of last year. And we're hopping right in, going right after it. But it's very tough to motivate yourself to go riding when there's a foot of snow on the ground. And then winter just, it seems to drag on. And so by the time spring rolls around, you pull your dirt bike out and you're like, wait, how do I start it again? I have to get the manual out. No joke, though, I literally had to look up what the fuel oil mixture was. I had to Google it. I was like, wait, is it 60 to 1 or is it 44 to 1? It had been so long. I mean, this is embarrassing. What is wrong? Oh, but you know, I get out here and it's like, yeah, baby, I remember what I'm doing here. I'm twisting the throttle. A little rusty, but I'm twisting the throttle. Oh, shoot, we twisted it too hard. Turn it around. Blew that out. We're on some sweet trail. The conditions are absolutely pristine. Actually, very dry for this time of year. Normally, just saying, this race has been known to have a little bit of mud, but it is gorgeous. We're on some fresher trail in here. A little bit slick, though. There's some moisture in the dirt, but it's not too bad. There's some roots. Dude, they gotta wrap up the hill. Oh, a jump down this. Things are flowing. Things are flowing. Although I will say I'm not flowing as well as I'm tense. This first lap here, we're just getting warmed up. Thank you. When you're not comfortable, I mean, I haven't been on the bike that much, so I'm just not. There goes that take. We're still figuring out the commentary. It's been a while since I've done that. Oh, lifting the nose up. Oh, some mud holes, ruts. So the one thing about this track, and I've known from experience here, there are ruts that can end your day. There are lines that you can take that would just destroy you, swallow you up, and you may never see the light of day again. They're that deep. We are coming to this 6th section. Look at it in here. The soil is sandy in here. It's a little different. And I really like this test because there's a lot of variety in just one section. You go from kind of some hard pack to some woods into this sand track. There's quite some big whoops here, though, that were I was a little bit uncomfortable on them. Not gonna lie. I'm like, I don't know how to hit these hard because I felt like I was gonna just crash. Like right here, it's boom, boom, and I don't know what to do. If I should just hold the thing wide open. Like what a baby I am. Hold it wide open, across the roof. Instead, it's like boom, my hip. But no, I don't know. They're kind of spaced pretty far apart. Whoa, that was some head shake across the driveway there. That was a little sketch. And that's it. We wrap up test 1. The one thing that's tough about the sprint Enduros is you really don't know how you're doing. It's like you finish that, and it's like, all right, I don't know if that was good or bad. So I lined up for the second test, and we're off. What's cool is between tests, you really have, there's no time limit. You can just wait, you can recover, get yourself back, and then when you're ready, line up, and when the clock goes, you're off. And they just set your time when you start. But you do have to kind of have a little bit of, you got to keep going because there is a time limit. You have 3 hours to do all of the tests, and if you don't finish in that 3 hours, you're screwed. You have to do all the tests. So you can't just dilly-dally all day. There's enough time to grab a drink between the tests and catch your breath, which is nice. You know, it's good for a first race of the year, too. All right, so we get into these woods, and over in this side, it's pretty technical. You can't quite see, but there's a lot of rocks. There's roots. The dirt is very wet. It's almost mud here, but it's not quite. It's slick, and a lot of rumbly. You can see the bikes bouncing around a lot. It's very rough in here. Can't just hold it open. It's pretty nasty. So I'm just being very conservative, hitting this stuff, soaking it up. But then over here we got some ruts. Look at these ruts. You got to be very careful. Deep stuff that's gonna suck you up. And I'm being careful, picking a nice line, avoiding the deeper holes. And we're moving through here pretty good. Keeping that forward momentum, keeping it moving. Could probably be charging a little bit harder, but I was at my max here with my fitness. I'm like, whoa, some of these muscles I haven't used in some time. And so I was definitely feeling some weird things going on. AKA I was out of shape a little bit. Over here we got a little side hilling off camber. Cross over this bridge. One thing I was trying to do is really straighten out my lines. Like through here you can see I'm taking a straight line. Boo boo. Keeping it just pointed if I could. Uh-oh. Stalled it. Now we're coming into here, and this is ugly. Look at this. Got a deep run. Pinched off a little bit. Okay. Okay, we're keeping it going. Salvage that situation there. So it's this spot over here. You got to be incredibly careful about your line choice. And I am, look at this. Whoa, just riding the very edge of these ruts. In here too, I mean, all this spot, I just know from past experience of just getting buried. Especially right here, look at this. I take this line, whoo, skating on the edge of that rut. I'm just gonna say, stick around for the second lap through this test. And, well, let's just say I made a poor choice. What makes this track really fun, I think, is just the risk factor of these holes, these ruts, like these spots. Look at this. I mean, it's not overly muddy or terrible, but they're just these, like, fly traps that can just grab you and suck you in that you can't just go as fast as you can. You gotta actually be thinking about your line choice. It makes it really fun. It's like, all right, careful here, man. You're gonna get yourself screwed otherwise. Oh, that right there, whatever that was, that corner got me every lap. I don't know what it was about it. It just threw me off. But there it is. Test 2 complete. All right, we're over here at test 3. So that's George McEachern, if I'm saying the last name there right, but he's in AA, and he's like, I'll let you go ahead, but, you know, I don't know, because based on the times, he actually was going faster. He should have probably gone ahead of me. It's kind of tough. You don't really want to line up with the same guys in your class because it's all about time, and so if you're actually that close, you're going to be battling each other, and you don't want to physically be having to try to pass someone to get a better time or holding anybody up. The thing is, I hear that 4-stroke behind me, you know, putting a little pressure on, and that can get into your head and cause you to make a mistake. That's why some people prefer to ride, you know, their sections by themselves. It doesn't really bother me. I've gotten a lot better with, you know, being under pressure. But these are just some strategies, something to think about when you're doing these sprint enduros. And actually, it can help to follow someone that's a little bit faster than you in a test, because then you can pick up where those better lines might be and actually get a feel for where the course goes, especially on the first lap. And on this test in particular, this thing is all over the place. Look at all the zigs and zags. If you're following someone, you can kind of sit back and relax and watch where it goes and straighten out some of the lines, because you get a better read of the terrain. Oh yeah, get a seltzer water here so I can burp all throughout the video. And it's not just burping, it's coming out the other end. Okay. Whoa, we got a good little hill. That was a surprise. I was like, geez, this is loose terrain to be going up that, and then drop right off this big bank. It's steep. Whoa. They're throwing us everywhere. I'm trying to pick up where we're going. This is sick, though. Love it. But I mess up this corner here, and George gets around me. Run like this little motocross track right here. But we have a little issue. Watch this. See how the turn goes right, but the arrow's so straight. So I go straight, and I see, okay, yeah, he's supposed to come down here. George kind of followed the natural terrain and kind of cut that out. He realized it, though. This is very respectable of him to do. He stopped, and he probably stopped longer than he had to, realizing he made the mistake, and he owned up to it. Very respectful. I wanted to give him props for that. So now I'm back in front of him. But down in here, look at this dirt here. I'm telling you, it was amazing. I'm laying the bike on its side, and it's just hooking. It's soft and gooey, but grippy. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like riding on Nutella or peanut butter. I don't know how to describe it. Red velvet cake. Got some traffic trying to find some lines. Whoa, almost hit that post. So like I was saying, this test has got a bunch of jogs and zigzags that you're just like out of nowhere, like turn. Gotta have your head on a swivel, be ready for anything on this one, especially this first time through. But notice I got a rider in front of me. I'm keeping my eyes on him. I'm looking way ahead to see where he's turning so I can anticipate some of these corners. It's helping me out. Up into this gravel pit here. It would be cool. Now, it wouldn't be probably good for a sprint enduro, but to go up like a big wall face right there. Oh, and then in here, I was trying not to send too many rocks flying until I got ahead, and then I could get on the pipe. I love this section, though. I mean, it was so fun going up and down these hills, carving left and right. What a blast. Then over here, it gets real tight. You're weaving through this really narrow section here. Vroom, vroom. I could hear George behind me. I'm like, oh man, he's right there. I gotta keep moving. He is moving. And so I was pushing myself because I'm thinking he's catching me. Put on a charge right at the end just to try to keep it going. So sick, dude. So cool, bro. Okay, don't do that again, Zach. So we do it all over again. We're on to lap 2, test number 1. Whoa. Why did I say what? I think I was thinking I was going towards that tree. Yikes. So this test, I was 3 seconds slower than my first lap. That's good because, you know, sometimes that first lap you can really be jazzed up and ride your butt off once, and then you kind of like slow down as the day goes on. But it appears I'm being consistent here and not slowing down. Well, actually, we're 3 seconds slower than our first lap, so that, if you do the math, that is 0.3% slower. That is not much. Okay, we're here. Lap 2, test 2. This is where the wheels fall off the bus and the bus crashes into the school. Because, well, actually, things start out fine. We're riding great. We're moving through here, a little cautious on the more technical stuff, but we're doing all right. It's feeling good. We're having fun, zigging and zagging, ducking and weaving, smashing, grabbing. Wait, this isn't California. And so look at this, though. Watch this. Whoa! That tree is coming along for a ride. We got a problem, though. That tree back there, that little buddy that tried to come for a ride, robbed me of my kickstand spring. Took it right off. The kickstand is flapping in the wind. That's sketchy. It's sketchy. And if you don't know, when your kickstand extends down, you have a high potential for the thing to catapult you. It's very dangerous to have your kickstand drop down when you're riding the bike. And so I'm out of my game. I'm all discombobulated. I'm trying to hold it up with my leg as I'm going. And so I'm all out of wraps as I'm coming into this section where I need to be very careful where I go because these are deep ruts. Remember how I said you could really screw up your race if you take the wrong line? Yeah. I can't believe how deep this is. I'm taking on water. Oh, you gotta be... Why am I doing that? I'm like having a tantrum. I think I was more upset that I just got myself completely covered in mud. I was doing so well. I was staying dry. And then I did that. You know what I should have done immediately? In hindsight, we learn. But I should have put my little rubber band on my kickstand when the problem happened. Remember that corner on the first lap that kind of screwed me up? Same thing. But this is when I decided, oh, I should put that rubber band on my kickstand. It's best to do it when you're all hot and bothered and you're frustrated because your fingers do not work. There it is. Even the simplest tasks under pressure are very tough to do. You're watching the video and you're like, dude, come on. You can't put a rubber band around a rod? Let's go to the next test. We had a user error. I did not record lap 2 of test 3. We're on to lap 3, test 1. And when I'm going here, there's a 4-stroke on my tail, and I didn't quite know who started with me. So I was like, who is on me on this 4-stroke? Woo! Run into some traffic, and so this kind of bunches us all up, which makes for some excitement. Thank you! Drop out onto this field, and it's wide open, baby! There goes John Oshla. That's who it is on the 4-stroke. He is ripping. I don't think I can hang with him. I am pushing myself, trying to keep up with John here, but he pulls away. A little further on, we're into the sand track section. This is Gabe Goodman in front of me. John is just ahead of him, just booking it. And it's hard, man. I'm trying to push, but later in the day here, things are getting rougher. I'm not as fresh feeling. And we're in the middle of this 4-stroke brigade. It's chaos out here. Then all of a sudden, Ben Wright is just shredding, dude. Oh, What a save! Make the pass on Gabe, but I'm going to try to push and keep up, but man, Ben is flying. He's been doing his winter homework. I've been doing my winter snacking. It almost, you know, for a second here, I thought, these four-strokes, I mean, these guys are ripping. They sound pretty good. I mean, dang, could I get a four-stroke? But no. But a small bore, 200, this should be a small bore dream. Just, I mean, I wouldn't be very competitive on it, but it would be fun. It'd be a blast. Anyway, I did actually pretty well. I got 4th overall. Oh my gosh, right at the end. Last thing here, I covered myself in water. I can't see out of my goggles. Ben Wright, grand champion. George McUrchin, 2nd, or technically it's 1st because grand champion doesn't, I don't know. It's a weird system. John Oshla in 3rd. I got 4th. Andy Filmesker in 5th. And that's your top 5. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.